No one?
Sir, everyone knows now.
Must be knowing at this stage. So, CDSO has given a latest definition of these two clinical trials. It have 3 or 4 components. One is, it is a systemic study. Yes or no? Yes? Okay. So, this clinical trial have 3 or 4 important components. One, it is a systemic study, and then new drugs, then discovering its clinical efficacy regarding as pharmacodynamic and kinetics, and most important one is to assess the safety as well as efficacy. So just to complete, clinical trial means a systemic study of a new drug in human subjects, most important, to generate data or for discovery or verifying. Either we will generate a new data, new discovery, or we verify already existing data. As the clinical pharmacological, that includes both pharmacodynamics and kinetics, and adverse effects with the objectivity of determining safety and efficacy. That is most important. When we are dealing with human beings, it is always we should consider about the safety of the patient first. Another definition, what is a new drug? When we say new drug, it's not only the new compound you are analyzing or you are developing. It is, there are certain definitions which is given by these agencies. New drug is which has not been used in the country. Second is, it is the approved drug, but you are analyzing or you are trying to assess the new indication, new route of administration, or new doses form. Already established drug. For example, if it is used for orally, if you want to use it for peripheral administration, that will be considered as a clinical drug trial.
Doses for,
Right?
they are available in India, then they are banned for some reason. It is approved by government. Firstly, it's approved by government, then we marketing in markets, then approved for market. If they are approved by government, then they are called as tagged as banned product. Then what's the reason?
Because they have not conducted the clinical trial at the central level. As I mentioned, there are 2 regulatory authorities to give the approval to any trial. There is central authority, there is state authority. Whatever mixed dose combinations they are available because they are approved by state authority.
How will you know they are banned?
There is no checkpoint actually at that place. There is no checkpoint. It's all the pharmaceutical business that go on since long, and sometimes we are helpless in that.
So I would like to add a point. The organization means like the central organization, how, because this is not a new drug application. Already these drugs are available for so long periods in the market. However, in vivo testing and in vitro testing. So the in vitro testing is believed to be desired that the amount of drug released in the body is equivalent without an in vivo testing. So they came all these clinical trials, and now the boom of market is going on towards the bioequivalence trials. So this part I will be covering in the afternoon session, so you can get some value points.
Speaker Dr. Srema Arambani, Garu to offer and momental certificate to Chairperson Dr. B. Bhavani Garu. And Co-Chairperson Dr. P. Ravisha Garu. Thank you, ma'am.
Of a dermatologist saying that he has been curing one patient coming out from an intervention cardiologist saying that yesterday I had BP. I went to this doctor. He gave me medicine. Today I don't have BP. No. So diabetes cannot be cured. Blood pressure cannot be cured. Cancer cannot be cured. AIDS cannot. In India, everything was cured. Now everything can only be managed. Why? I will share with you my beautiful experience I had in Tirupati around some 18 years back. At that time my daughter was born. So as per our Hindu ritual, all Tamilians, first baby, head tonsure, offering hair is not. So I went to Tirupati along with my entire family, and at that time there was one big hall called Kalyana Kuttam. There only we used to give the hair. Everybody waiting to offering their hair. So I didn't know which queue to stand. And then I was looking statistically which is the shortest queue, who is very fast, so that we can get things done. Like that I was sitting and doing an aerial survey, which queue to go. At the time one fellow in the corner said, Babu Garu, ikkada randi. Then I am from Pondicherry, somebody in Tirupati is able to recognize me, so I went to walk with him. He said, you want to offer your hair of your baby to God? Yes, yes. Where is your baby? Here is my baby. Give it. So he took the baby and then said, Govinda Chappu, Govinda, Govinda. And then he removed a small amount of hair. And then he said, now go and stand in the queue. I didn't understand. Hey, I was trying to find out which is the shortest queue. You called me. And then you removed some amount of hair. Now I cannot go anywhere else. And now you say you stand in this long queue. Why did you do like that? If I don't do like that, you will go to the next queue. I am reserving my customer, so that he cannot go anywhere else. Because he removed so much of hair, now I can't go anywhere else. Now the same thing is happening. Any patient who goes to a doctor, end of the story. Am I right? So we are only managing disease. Where do we end? As pharmacists, is this our duty? Only to manage a disease? No. Our duty is to cure. Our duty is to cure. Many times we forget that. In most of the textbooks, you ask the young generation, diabetes cannot be cured. Who said diabetes cannot be cured? Hypertension cannot be cured. Who said hypertension cannot be cured? We are not working on it. It has to be worked. And this is how it has to be worked. Next slide. What is that? Bajji. And then you all had coffee. You didn't have coffee? We had coffee. Okay. Latecomers, punishment, no coffee. Okay. So, which is good for us? Coffee or tea? How many of you say coffee is good? Very good number. How many of you say tea is good? Oh, very poor. So coffee only is good. Why coffee is good? Anybody? Why coffee is good? Taste. Coffee taste is good. Very good, very good, very good. Come say coffee is good. All the others, please give them a very good hand. I will explain why coffee is good. Okay? Very carefully you have to listen. This is pharmacognosy, this is pharmacy, this is the aim of World Pharmacy Day celebration. Very simply I will say. Okay? There are some of the chairs here empty. If you want, you can occupy the front chairs, so that I will be able to see you directly and speak. Okay? Indians, before the entry of British, were habituated to have only coffee. Okay? Now, the British, they were addicted to tea. When they came to India, they settled in those places where the climate was similar to Great Britain, like Darjeeling, Kulu Manali, Ooty, Coorg. All these places, the climate is similar to Great Britain. So there they settled. Now, initially, they were dependent on tea that was coming in the sea route. But that was taking a lot of time. And by the time the tea comes here, the fragrance of tea is lost. So, they started cultivating tea in the places where they settled. Darjeeling, Kulu Manali, Coorg, Ooty, Kodaikanal, all these places they cultivated tea. My dear friends, in all the hilltops, we had a very good biodiversity. That means there was a neem tree, there was a mangustan tree, there was a jackfruit tree, there was a teak tree, like a number of trees were there. All these trees were cut off and the tea was introduced. Tea is from a plant called Thea sinensis. And from this plant, Thea sinensis, the life of this plant is 40 years. For next 40 years, no other tree can grow on a hilltop. So, India was the 7th biggest mega biodiversity center.
Whatever the explanation that the SAR is giving to the Department of Pharmacology, even though I thought that the subject of pharmacology is a dry subject, because it's only biological source, chemical consumers, chemical taste, adulterants, users of person can sleep in his lecture because everyone is become motivated. And I think SAR told that 1 hour is completed, but he can continue another 2 hours also, no one can object.
I invite co-chairperson Ms. D. Sharmila Garu onto the dais.
Many messages from TV, a person who has written very well. I don't know whether he is Vilayana or maybe Prasad. TV. Something is there in the message, wishing everyone and they giving the importance of the pharmacist, role of pharmacist in the health system. Definitely we play a key role. And I think we need to play a much more role in the future. Let's hope that the visionaries or the politicians or the people, formulators who are they should take part. Pharmacy is by itself is a vibrant profession, and unfortunately has been mishandled. And so wrong people like I don't mind telling. We have our own pharmaceutical institutes of excellence in India. There are our makers. Once again, we expect makers. How the maker in the pharmacist as the guys who can take them forward. Right? Let us try for that. And pharmacy institutes of national importance will observe, unfortunately, that's what I'm getting. No one speaks about it. Right? It should be, you don't allow in AIDS hospital, in AIDS, an MSc person to become a director, right? Do we allow an MSc chemistry or PhD chemistry to become a director of IIT? Mechanical engineering don't allow. I don't know what they are. Engineering don't allow it. They don't allow someone to come. And bioengineering do allow. Participants. So that's the major question which has been haunting all the time to me. And probably the stage is over, the youth people have to take it. Is one profession called pharmacy. Otherwise, you don't have to do so much fanfare. World Pharmacy Day. Why doing all this? If we don't love our profession, if we don't give respect to our profession, who will give? No one will give. Right? Okay, so it is something serious or an emotional thing. I'm sorry. I just wanted to share with you the importance of the national institutes. We have national institutes, have a pharmaceutical science. They only understand the language of pharmacy. Not that they are inferior or something. They only understand problems that are immediate problems or problems. Right. This topic, what I have chosen, I asked Rashman whether it is relevant or irrelevant or whether I am coming and talking nonsense or something. He said, you can go ahead and you can do this topic. But see, the title of this seminar, I don't know whether it is relevant or not, but I just wanted to share this. The part of this I have shared, I think, when I went to Calcutta. I love coming to this area because I belong to this area. I am from Canada. My in-laws place is Vijayawada. So I am in between. Although there is somewhere maybe in between that. Right, so I came here, once I came here to Calcutta and I shared a part of this, and this is the research which actually has taken a lot of time because of the students. Maybe If you ask the same question, student may say because of Ramakrishna. I don't know, but concept started in 2011. After all, the submitted a proposal to DBT. DBT has taken it forward, not for the interview, attended the interview, and there was a medical doctor from Ames. There were so many others. Only one person I asked, he asked me, is boss, your proposal is good. Not doubt about it, you are very much clear. But you propose ecosystem nanoparticles, which when degraded will be hemotactic. That is, they cause some sort of blockage, causing clots. So why you propose this, though you want to propose for brain delivery, you may be inducing the damage to the brain. I said we can remove that ecosystem because I have seen and I know pretty well that that dose will not cause any clots. Well, because I propose other things also. I propose a vessel soluble nanoparticle dendrimer based and cytosol based. 3 sections. I said one section you can remove. I asked for 1 crore because no let it relax. They didn't give anyway. They didn't get the oil through. But we pursue. So the results you see now, and if you get little overrun, please express it so that I can start. First question. If you get any doubt, please stand up and ask them and their expert. If you ask me at the end, by the time, maybe exhausted. Or if the question comes, then I stop it at the moment. That's the thing. Okay, and this contains something on the pharmaceutics, little of pharmaceutics, little of analysis, and maybe more of pharmacology. No receptors, no PCR, no custom plots and all. Straight away, it's a simple concept that drug absorption is by 2 ways: passive diffusion and carrier mediated process. Carrier mediated process, we call it receptor mediated process, is similar to that. If you have a receptor, you have a ligand goes there, that the receptor expresses its protein or does its work, or we may release the drug, and then it does the job at a specific site. But to prove this age-old concept of receptor-mediated drug delivery and to add up the data, probably I think it took maybe 2 years to 3 years or so. And then that's what we see now. So, we have done it. A nanoparticle you prepare, you do something on the surface of the particle.
the drug didn't show therapeutic efficacy for grandma and she is complaining about. As soon as you change the formulation to the formulation which she is anticipating, automatically the disease is got to be cleared out. So this is a classical example of outbreak of phenatoin. Once in Australia, what happened is one of the manufacturing has one of the ingredient, and due to some reasons, they have replaced it in some batches with lactose. Dosage will be treated. Patients started complaining that they are having intoxication. Either they are feeling over excess and they had even anticonvulsants. Okay. So then slowly an investigation is triggered into it, and they started seeing the manufacturer was alerted about this event, and manufacturer has again came back and started manufacturing with calcium dihydride. Then the medical agencies has instructed to do a trial to find out the root cause for this event. It is also called as adverse event, or may also be termed as a serious adverse event which may cause death or permanent problems to the surgeon. So quite interestingly they noticed that. So you are quality control test for the tablets